And today's mystery opponent.
That's gonna be it.
And the trapdoor moves, and rising up through the ground, very slowly and dramatically, the first thing you see is a bald head. And as the human rises, you begin to see dark blue tattoos covering the head and the face. And the next thing you see are rumpled, but still very dramatic looking red vestments as he rises up onto the stage in chains, looks at you, the chains drop, he holds out his hand, and there's a rumble in the ground, and between you and him, the sand molds itself and rises into a vaguely humanoid shape. Let's roll for initiative. Go ahead and take an Arcana check if you want to identify either this person or this creature.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, I'll roll it. Echo's trying to figure out who. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be at advantage.
A nat 20 on identifying the dude.
Excellent.
Mine
This, you've seen something like this before, Calder. You, in fact, feel a chill down your spine. This is a Thayan Red Wizard.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
Like Calder immediately, like, his eyes widen and he starts immediately like recalculating, like what is it? What he's going to be? He was not expecting a red wizard.
And then any Arcana checks for the creature.
Sure, I'll do one.
It's a rock.
It's definitely a rock.
I don't
Perhaps
have
the
access
rock.
to the. I don't have access to its sheet.
14 on identifying the rock.
It's a big rock.
Hold on. For some reason, my mouse died because it's wireless. Hold on. Just got to plug in my mouse. This is a very professional stream.
Fortunately, it's recorded, so we
Okay.
can edit this out. We can't.
I
Hopefully
won't though.
but we
I
can.
won't though. It's me. Okay.
Yeah, Echo is trying to like place this person and what the color means, and with that history check, he's got no idea.
Yeah, but you
Got
do
a dope
get
red outfit though.
with a yeah. Okay, so Calder, you also, I mean, you know what an earth elemental looks like. This is an earth elemental.
Crap.
But you know also that it is you're pretty sure it's a summoned earth elemental, as opposed to one that is simply existing on this plane. You're not the only one who got precasts.
Yeah, yeah. That makes
Roll me
sense.
some initiative,
And,
friends.
Yeah.
Can I point here? Would Calder be able to know what level that spell was?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
happy I get advantage on the initiative checks.
Wow.
I don't know why it only rolled the so it dropped.
No, I see it. It dropped the one.
Advantage.
Um,
It dropped the 1 for a 17. That's
Yeah.
Just
better.
rolled off screen.
Yeah.
Jeff, Conjure Elemental is a 5th level spell.
Ugh.
Oh shit, we're in we're in danger. But if I've identified the earth elemental, that gives me some options.
Oh no, he gets to go first.
And he gets to go first, indeed.
The earth elemental or dude?
The dude.
The dude.
Oh boy,
So,
I don't have the combat tracker up for some reason.
He-
I don't have it. It's up. But
he looks at the three of you, raises out his hand, and like black, like tentacle darkness surrounds his fist, and then beneath your feet, black tentacle darkness begins to sprout into these large rubbery tentacles that begin to
Counterspell?
attempt to attempt to entwine you. But Calder sees what's happening and describe the counterspell for me, please.
Calder will recognize what's happening and he'll open his mouth and start speaking words, but a blackness sort of bubbles out of his mouth as he speaks, and it will just sort of drop like tar and start trying to engulf the spell.
And the two sources of darkness, the one slightly dark, which would be yours, sort of kind of cancel each other out, and the tentacles that are beginning to sprout up die away and wither and fall back through the floor. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Counterspell's an automatic thing, right?
Counterspell automatically.
Level 4 or lower.
Level 4 or lower, and anything higher, it's a DC check for
Perfect.
10 plus the spell's level.
Yep.
Excellent.
Although I can use it at higher spell slots in order to
adjust that.
In order to adjust that.
Okay.
But it does use a spell slot, so I'm marking it off.
Yes, and yes, me as well.
But now the Red Wizard knows that he's fighting a spellcaster.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's his turn. So there's this magical duel that happens, absolutely spectacular. And then go ahead.
The Red Wizard will definitely note that the counterspell was done in a style comparable to Thay.
Here's what I'm gonna say, Jeff, if you're willing.
Mhm.
The tentacles, as you are pulling at them. No, we'll do this a little bit later. So yeah, no problem. He will get that. He's gonna take a little bit of a step back and end his turn. So we are up to Echo.
Echo's gonna have seen the magic happen and then not happen, and look to Calder. Like, does Calder want him to wait to be hasted, or?
It was with my reaction, so I still have the ability to cast magic on my turn.
Yeah, but Echo's gonna be like looking back, like, should I go? Should I go? Like, does Calder make a motion for him to stay?
You're going ahead of me. Dang it.
Yeah, that's why. Like he's in a
I mean,
split second looking back.
it's trivial to change that, right? 21 to 19. I can just set Echo to 18.
Yeah.
Well, you like, but you can't do like you can hold an action for an action. You can't hold an action for a move then act.
I'm okay with just altering your initiative. It's fine.
No, this is fine. I like this. That like Echo. It's. But does Calder give any sign that Echo should hang back, or does he like?
Like he'll just give them the look like you're going to need this help. Like hang back. You'll be like hang back. That's what he'll like. He'll just shake his head. And,
it was probably pre-planned anyway. Like I imagine that the two of you talked about this ahead of time.
Yeah, just like this is a spellcaster.
But Echo is also impatient. So what is Echo actually going to do?
Okay, this is gonna be an interesting thing. So Echo like sees that and like gives a thumbs up and starts moving forward.
Okay.
And with his movement can get all the way over here with just his base movement, monks.
Really quick, just checking. You never exited the elemental's reach, so no attacks. Excellent. Just checking.
Going in to punch this dude.
Now I need to.
Punch.
This is I wish I was better with Fantasy Grounds. Go ahead and make your attack.
Actually, no.
And actually, I need to double check his. I gotta double check his armor class.
Do you have enough movement to get to the other side of him?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Well, that one's there. So first attack.
Yep.
Ah.
Hold on before you roll again. So you punch him, you hit him, and it feels like you're punching a brick wall. And in fact, now that you're up close, you can see that around the ridges of his eyes are these stony protrusions that sort of line his eyes and his brow ridge. And his skin is looking from up close rather pebbly, as it were. Not quite the thing, but definitely like his skin is made of stone.
Clocking that, taking my second attack.
You do hit on that second one.
Nice.
Oh, that was supposed to be a spear.
Using the great martial arts wisdom of Goku of hit it harder.
Harder.
If it works, why fix it?
So I don't know if he's concentrating on anything.
Yes, and we'll get to that in a second. He only takes half wounds though. Like you punch him, and you are. Well, hold on. You're a monk. You have not gotten yet to the point where your fists count as
My
magic.
fists are not magic, and I'm hitting him with the spear anyway.
Oh, and with the spear anyway. Awesome. The spear creaks ominously. Like it doesn't break, but you're like, I don't know. And yes, I do need to make a DC, I think 10, right?
Yes, DC 10.
He makes it on a 1, so I'm not going to roll it.
All right. And then
That's fine.
Echo is going to bonus action spend his key point Step of the Wind and move all the way back.
So you run up, you punch him twice, you're like, wow, your skin is really hard, and then you run back. Excellent.
All the way back.
I'm thinking like Power Ranger style flipping across the arena.
Yeah. I don't know if he gets if the wizard gets an A up, if he has a melee weapon on him or anything.
He doesn't.
All right.
He looks
and like while I'm running
amused.
backwards, just like, sup.
It is Calder's turn.
Cool. Bonus action. I'm going to be converting spell points to a spell slot, and we'll then be metamagicking for a twinned haste on myself and Echo, because that's going to be very necessary in a second.
Go ahead and drop those, or drop those effects.
With those done, he will like step back, because we may as well do this. He'll step back and will.
Where were you initially?
I was right here, just in front of.
If you step back, you are actually stepping out of the Earth Elemental's threatened range. So if you take that step, it's got a 10-foot reach.
Yeah.
It has a 10-foot reach.
Yes. If you take that step, it will get an attack.
Oh.
Ooh, that's terrifying. I love it, but that's terrifying. He will continue to. He'll stay within its reach in order to like work that crowd.
Absolutely. Give me a performance check. It doesn't cost you an action. The crowd is still hushed, by the way. Ever since the Red Wizard popped up, they have been on the edges of their seats.
Right.
For good reason.
Give me that performance check.
Why did that roll 2? I don't know why it rolled 2. I didn't ask for it to be that.
It's fine. I gave you the advantage is totally fine. You get a 16. So you're kind of you're working the crowd. So are you just kind of like dancing around it, or are you like sort of sidestepping?
More like just like lifting his arms up high and just say and like showing bravado, showing bravado, like say, like laughing at this at his opponent, like essentially gently trying to circle with his movement.
Totally. It doesn't have a face, the Earth Elemental, but where its face would be, there's like a deep red glow that begins to track you as you move.
Cool. We know I'm its target. And yeah, my bonus action was was already spent, so that's me.
Excellent.
Wait, you have a hasted action now.
I do have a hasted action.
You do
you
indeed.
Want to take the dodge? You want to take dodge?
Dodge.
Honestly, the dodge action would probably not be wrong. So yeah, I'll do that.
Awesome. So your Calder is tanking.
Because like it by me moving, it clearly has already designated me the threat.
Yeah.
Jen,
so I'll play with that.
Jen, it is Stinky's turn. I'm gonna, because I don't want you to be like left out during this fight. I'm really glad that we had Stinky in on this fight. What's Stinky do?
Well, Stinky does his main thing, which is he is going to attempt to bite it.
He's going to bite the elemental.
He's going to charge,
Excellent.
Because that gives me bludgeoning damage. And I figured that it is an earth elemental, so bludgeoning damage is really the way to go anyway.
You have his sheet, right?
Instead of piercing. which is, I mean, that's his main thing.
You have
but
his sheet,
okay.
right?
I have his sheet.
Excellent.
Yes.
Roll that attack.
So first I'm going to roll. There's the attack. There we go.
Boing.
What?
So
I literally watched it land on 19.
Yep.
Stay there for a minute.
It be that way sometimes.
It'd be that way a lot of times.
So Stinky does what Stinky does. He jumps up and gets a very, very vivid flashback of a table as the elemental just bats him aside like a fly.
Oh.
No damage or anything like that, but like he jumps at it and it just boom slams him into the ground. The elemental will take an attack of our, well, actually it doesn't have to because it has reach. So not taking into account that 2 diagonal isn't technically 10 feet, we're going to go ahead and make an attack on Calder.
Indeed it is.
It's
Indeed it is.
10
Indeed,
root
in
2.
5th edition it is.
Yes, that's true.
It's Dungeons and Dragons,
yeah.
not Dungeons and Logic.
Pythagorean theorem does not exist in Faerun. We are going to go
Absolutely does
ahead
not.
and deal. Well, we'll see if we deal any
Try to
damage.
swing.
Now you have taken the dodge action, so I'm going to take a -2, so we don't have to worry about it.
It's at disadvantage.
Oh, it's a
hit.
disadvantage.
That's why
Yeah.
dodge is worth doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to go ahead and attack. Still manages to hit through the
Ugh.
dodge.
Fuck.
Oof, that's oof. Actually, no, I'm gonna shield. Fuck that.
Oh, okay. So let's ignore what just happened. So you're going to shield, which brings your armor class up to what?
Another 5. So with the
It's +2 from haste.
so for then that only brings me up to 19,
So you do take
which
the
is
damage.
not enough.
Okay, just checking. So you
Well, it rolled a total of 20. So yeah, I can't. That wouldn't have done anything. So no point.
okay, so you don't cast shield.
Like no point. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, it does done. It's gonna hit.
So it
But
hits you
Kept concentration.
with a massive impact of earth and sand, and the mask comes off your face.
Mhm.
And the red wizard, who is right across from you at this point, looks at you dead in the eye, and you see him mouth the word cheval.
Does he mouth it or does he say it?
You don't hear it over the sound of the earth elemental moving. You can't hear really anything over the sound of the earth elemental moving, but it's very clear.
There is so much sand in your face.
That's also true.
But there's not enough sand in your face that you don't see him at least
It's a
mouth.
pocket sand elemental.
The worst elemental.
You just get a rock to the nose. That's the entire thing.
Like I'm happy I cast false life on myself all of a sudden. So
Hmm.
And then the elemental's second attack is going to be on Stinky.
Come on, Stinky.
That was almost a 20. That was almost a 20. Just so you know, that would have been a lot of damage. It's still going to be a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Not a lot of damage. So it reaches out and like punches all of this, and it is mostly sand, so it's really irritating to fight. Hits Calder solidly, but he kind of like falls back but doesn't fall off his feet. Then it turns around and slams Stinky down into the ground with its fist. But Stinky is kind of springy, so he's able to get himself
Very
back up.
squishy, yes. He is
Mhm.
very squishy.
I'm going to remove Kreetha from the thing.
He needs to be a rain frog for this since they're a desert frog.
Oh, I was gonna ask. We said we were gonna
There's
get
a
back
little-
to it. When Echo hit the dude,
No.
you said, all right, no, we did already talk about it.
Yes.
A 10, he can automatically
A 10 he can
pass.
automatically pass.
Got to do more damage to this
Oh,
fucker.
Yeah, he's gonna
This is gonna be interesting.
drop a fireball on all four of
Oh!
you.
Counterspell.
All four of you.
Counterspell. Counterspell. No.
So yes, okay. So let's talk about that as well. So he looks at you and he sees that you're all together. He sees that he does not really care about his elemental companion. So his hand creates a softball size, ball of roiling flame. And as it begins to form, he looks at Calder directly in the eye. And there's almost like a "do it, I dare you" kind of look in his face. And then as Calder begins to incant back, the fireball wavers and vanishes. And the wizard shows his very unsettlingly white teeth in a grin. And it's Echo's turn.
Those teeth have no enamel on them, guys. It's just how it goes. Gross.
Okay. Let me see what the fucking range on this spell is. Okay. It's bonus action. Okay, we'll see about doing
I'm
that.
going to do a thing for you, Echo. I'm going to go ahead and say if you land multiple attacks in a row, I will combine the damage for the purposes of concentration checks.
All right. Echo, being hasted, is even faster going to run over to this dude and start wailing.
But they have to be sequential hits.
Yeah. First one with
That's
the
good.
spear.
That's honestly a really good house rule for monks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too hard. Too solid skin.
Second with the spear.
That hits.
One hit.
Yep. I'm gonna do. And you know what? Let's pile on Fury of the Small. So 6 more points on that one.
Oh, he only has okay. I was wrong about his concentration. I thought it was higher than it is. He makes it, but I should have rolled last time. I apologize.
But with the 5 extra damage, he won't.
6 extra damage. No,
Sorry,
because
6 extra damage.
DC is either 10 or half of the damage taken.
Yeah.
So he still
So
makes it.
you need to make 20
But
damage
he takes 6 more
in
damage.
order to make it go over a DC of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he took a total of 17. Just making sure I'm. Because
Yeah.
I did Fury of the Small.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was my action. Hasted action. Going to go in for another spear hit.
Yeah.
Nice shot. That's 2 in a row. I'll make 1 concentration check at the end, so we'll ignore this one, which is too bad. Actually, no. I'm going to let it go. So you hit him the second time, and like he is focused on Calder. Like that magical duel that's happening between them is still kind of ongoing, and does not in any way, like the first time you hit him, he barely even notices, and then just like right in the jaw, boom.
Just right up there with the butt of the spear, just like, hey, pay attention to me.
And the elemental
Glasses.
fades.
Hey! And now going to spend a key point to go into Flurry of Blows.
You already broke his glasses and smashed his book back on the ground.
Now I'm gonna give him a swirly in the sand. It'll be great.
Though I do have to remember that he's only taking half damage.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, but whatever, it's working.
DC 10 is
And he
still
misses
DC
on
10.
that. He misses that next one. Yeah, and the DC 10 is a DC 10. You're right. But I am gonna adjust his HP really quick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna on this one because it hits. Spend another key point to do Stunning Strike.
Okay.
DC 14 con save.
This could end up being what does it. Like this could end up being it. We'll see.
Finish him.
Then he'll spend damage.
Let's see here.
Nice. So 4 more damage on top of it.
I'm just
Still a
looking
wizard.
for
Still a
saves.
wizard.
Yeah.
Can you force the save?
No, I don't have an ability to. It's because
Okay.
it's an ability. It's not a
And you said it's a con save?
con save. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna. Okay. I think I know how to do this.
DC 14.
He does not make the DC.
Yikes.
So he
Echo, Echo's gonna come in. The first one hits him square on the jaw again as he comes in with a punch, and the dude just like a stone doesn't feel it. So Echo like pulls his fist back, looks around to the crowd, and then just like uppercuts the student in the dick. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. You uppercut this dude in a dick so hard that he loses 2 teeth.
Just-
And then
Yeah.
It makes
Echo,
no sense, but it happens.
Again, the eyes bulge out further than they ought to. This is a man, you can tell. This is a man who is very used to being very dignified.
He's
and-
also a man who is not used to getting like uppercut into dick.
Punched right in the junk. Yeah.
and then if you'll let me, with all of my extra hasted movement, Echo's gonna flip up, put a foot on this dude's shoulder and give a salute to the Xanathar before backflipping off of him.
Give me an acrobatics check. Let's see what happens.
Do it. Come on, 20.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dirty
no
20.
problem. No problem.
My backseat DM opinion is that should also count as a performance check
Yeah, I agree.
if your performance check is not that high.
No. That by itself, a 20 on the acrobatics will definitely get a big wow out of the crowd. After the very, very sharp inhalation of breath that they all took a moment ago, they let that breath out in a cheer as you backflip off of this creature, off of this person, you think, and land a few feet behind it. Up next, it is Calder. The enemy is stunned and in your sights. What do you do?
Let's take a look. I had I was banking. I'm still gonna hold. I have to hold up my last spell slot in reserve because no. But I can
think
still do
Calder-
something.
Yeah, I think Calder would know that stunned creatures automatically fail strength or dexterity saving throws. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. You know what? Sure. It's becoming my a signature move. Calder's going to weave some magic into a fireball, but is going to transmute it into a different damage type.
Oh wait, he's real close to where the Xanathar's sitting. Are you gonna accidentally?
No,
hit
the
Xanathar?
Xanathar's up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He would. But yeah, he's going
That's
to
hilarious.
try. He basically his intent is to backlight this wizard to the crowd.
Give me a perception check before you do that.
Okay, sure. Give me a second.
Nice.
I'd probably make it.
Yes. The area behind the pedestal is not clear. There are goblin servants on that
Okay, yeah.
that ledge.
Yeah.
You didn't
Okay.
really until you thought to look at them, because they're they tend to try to blend in. That's kind of their thing. But now that you're looking, as you're about to target this acid ball, you do notice that it would be difficult to do without catching one of them in it, unless perhaps doing some mental calculus, you detonated it in the air. Not quite close enough. It would not hit the Xanathar. There is a spot. If you make it detonate like 15 feet in the air at this particular point, you could probably do it without hitting any of the goblins or Xanathar's pedestal.
There's also another option which I've been reluctant to use because I do like it, and it is suitably dramatic. Calder's gonna bust out his potion of fire breathing and drink it.
Yeah.
He holds it up to the crowd. Turns around.
Chugs it down, takes a deep breath, looks at the wizard, and just exhales a column of fire at it.
Awesome.
You have to get closer? What's the range?
Like 30 feet. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
it works. It
It's
works.
not hard to get range on it. And he automatically fails the dex save, so it's potion of fire breathing does how much damage?
Is it 3d6?
Do
or
stunned
2d6?
creatures get actions at all?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Just checking.
4d6 fire.
All right, roll it. And he doesn't get a reaction either, yeah? Right.
Nope.
Nope,
It
no
just
react.
takes 10 damage.
He takes 10 fire damage. That is your action and your bonus.
That was my action and my bonus. I still have a hasted action and movement, right?
Yes and yes.
Calder's just going to
can?
walk up and is going to walk straight to him and stab the motherfucker.
He can still speak haltingly while he's stunned.
But not enough that he can cast spells.
No, but he can mumble and say a few words.
Does he have anything to say as Calder's, like, dramatically, Calder will stalk directly to him, drawing his sword.
Go ahead and make the attack.
At advantage because
At
he's
advantage.
stunned.
I'll take the
Holy
not necessary.
Oh my gosh.
No. It is necessary. It is absolutely necessary. Roll the damage and then tell me what happens. Does not take him down.
Wow.
But tell
What
me,
does it take
like,
him?
are you just
But
like
it's-
stabbing him through the chest?
Like, Calder will flick the blade and will, like, grab him by the shoulder and run him through.
And this is a magical
Got it.
blade. It cuts through that stone skin like it's nothing.
And he's like, he's looking the Red Wizard dead in the eye. And he'll essentially silently giving him an opportunity to speak something.
Okay.
Zoom on Jeff.
I
What was that?
can't, I'm afraid.
Oh.
I know.
But
I should
Calder
have
will-
Jeff on I should have Jeff right in the middle, but I don't have that scene ready to go.
Calder's family is like they left Thay for a reason. They are not friendly. So like Calder will lean in close and go, "I'll tell my father." He said, I'll tell my father your regards."
He opens his mouth to say something, and again, those teeth are almost blinding. And instead of a word, he hisses out an abyssal shout, and a rent appears over the arena,
Ah!
and dretches flood
Oh no!
out of the rent in the air. So you run him through, and with his dying breath, we'll say, because this is suitably dramatic, with his dying breath, he releases this incredible screeching scream, and just the
'Cause it's
abyss
magic.
opens up. And let's go ahead and drop some
no.
frickin' dretches.
Just in the arena or on the crowd too?
So both, but I'm only going to show you the ones that are in the arena.
All right.
A
So for
total
an
of,
issue,
What does
So
a
for-
dretch look like?
that's what I was about to say.
let's pull up
A weird dog
a
from the
picture.
minis.
They look horrified.
Yeah, I'm
They're
gonna
like
go ahead
4
and
feet
share it in a
tall
second.
And
Like a
they look-
naked bear,
yeah,
like a shaved bear. Oh,
Oh.
Yeah,
mixed with like a hog and maybe a gorilla. Ooh.
yeah,
Or a
they're
bat, I don't know.
not super tall.
Unfortunate looking.
And they smell very, very strongly of sulfur, or maybe that's just the rent in the air. Either way, there's a very, very strong brimstone stench. And yes, in the crowd as well, there are a total of 16 dretches that
Oh, God.
spawn out. 8 of them into the arena, and 8 of them are sort of in the crowd, and chaos ensues. Kreitha, roll initiative. Oh, wait, you can't because you're not on the combat tracker. I got you.
I am not on the combat tracker.
Yep, I got you. I'm putting you back on.
Yeah. Where
And-
am I physically?
Good
Am I
question. We're
in
going to
the
put you
stands
right
like
up
that?
there in the stands.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So roll that initiative. I will roll for the dretches.
Oh
Initiative.
my no!
Oh
It
dear
is-
God, no, please.
And is the
It wouldn't
is
fall on me.
Yes, in fact.
Initiative I did last time. That's so great.
Falling damage to Echo. Squish.
Calder, you have taken all of your actions, I believe.
I have taken that's
Bonus
that was the
action.
last thing I did was stab the motherfucker, so that was my last action.
Awesome. Kreitha, you rolled initiative. Excellent. We are good
Yeah.
to go. We got some dretches that are gonna run for. Oh, that one's already on top of Echo.
As the guy falls, Calder will grab his sigil his personal sigil off his cloak and let him fall by taking the sigil with him.
Gotcha.
Dad will like this.
So the Dretch, which appeared on top of Echo, exudes this greenish sort of miasma around it. It smells like nothing you've ever smelled before. Make a Constitution save. You're looking for DC 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The area around Dretch 1 is lightly obscured. Like that one square. Let me double check though. The area. It's a 10-foot radius. So
Yeah,
a 10-foot radius around it.
Like all of us are definitely in the clouds.
So yeah, go ahead. Calder, make a Constitution save as well, and Jen, go ahead and make one for Stinky, please.
All right, Constitution
You're looking
save,
for
you
DC
said?
11.
14 is my result, so I'm good.
Constitution. There's the button. He did not make
Stinky,
the save.
unfortunately, is poisoned.
Oh no!
No.
Which just means disadvantage on attacks
Yeah.
And saves,
and
I
skill.
think.
And
Or
some
no.
light nausea.
Like it's like poison as a condition sucks, but it's not like unless the specific nature of the poison.
Poisoned. It's
tipped,
just
it's just a
has
condition that
disadvantage
sucks.
on attack rolls and ability checks, not saves.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Oh, baby.
Stinky.
So yeah, one of the Dretches jumps into the cloud, and with a -2 to attack because lightly obscured, just with its claws tears a large section of skin out of Stinky's back. So there's this massive like gouge in Stinky's back.
Did we skip the one in front of me swinging at me?
It did not swing. It took its action to do the cloud.
Oh, okay. That's not just a passive effect.
No, it's a once per day like thing that it does. You can expect more of it, but this second Dretch though is going to take advantage of the wounded Stinky and go ahead and make a bite attack, aiming at the exposed flesh from the first attack. Absolutely hits.
Oh.
No, Stinky.
So yeah, the Dretch jumps up onto Stinky's back, sinks its teeth into the wound from the first Dretch, and pulls out like a mouthful of meat. And
I need to step away just for a second, guys.
of course, no worries.
I'm just going to be muting myself, but I will be I'll be on hand. Just
All good. We're gonna pile on.
Ah, that's not what I was clicking.
The Dretches are gonna pile on.
Not okay.
Not
That
okay,
one, however-
not okay.
This is all right.
That one misses. Dretch 6 is gonna come forward towards Calder. It's also going to do its cloud, so I'm going to need a DC 11 Constitution save from Echo, and when Jeff gets back, Calder.
Oh, fuck me.
Oof. Okay, poison.
Ooh.
Right?
Since we're waiting a little bit on Jeff, so the poison, like you managed to like hold your breath for it the first time, but the second time you get a face full of this green gas, and
Right,
like your
like your
vision
hair.
doubles.
It's fine.
We will let Jeff roll for Calder when he gets back. So we're gonna go ahead. Jen, Stinky is currently surrounded by creatures that are actively eating him. What does he do?
Stinky is if he disengages, he has
He has standing leap. He can disengage and jump away. That's 100% possible.
with
yes.
no, but what
Yeah.
about no attacks of
Yeah.
opportunity?
With
Yeah, that's what.
if he spends his action to disengage, yes, he can do that without suffering any attacks.
He is going to standing leap away from them.
Let me go ahead and lock movement. Show me where he goes.
He's gonna go
Excellent. Yeah.
Stinky onto the Xanathar.
No.
So he jumps up.
Now I'm
and out.
assuming we still have all of the audience in here, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there is
so
combat.
I'm basically in terrain that's difficult because
Yes.
I'm full of.
There is combat happening in the stands as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk a second about what Xanathar is going to do. In fact, let's go ahead and put Xanathar into the combat tracker,
Ooh,
which is
terrifying.
exactly what a player
yeah.
character group wants to hear.
So bad.
Let's go. Let's
He's
go.
not hostile.
I mean, technically, I'm going to put him as neutral. And he will
That's
be
also terrifying. I don't like it.
right there. Do you see him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I feel like he should be bigger though, but that's me.
I mean, he's a whole ass 10-foot, diameter ball of horribleness.
Well, yeah, but what about 20-foot ball of horribleness?
I'll make him a bit bigger.
That's better. I'll take that.
And I'm going to roll initiative for him, I think. Awesome. Okay, so Stinky disengages, jumps out. Excellent. It's Kreetha's turn. Kreetha, you just watched your frog being feasted upon by these demonic, horrible things. There is fighting happening around you, but again, I'm going to ask you to focus your actions on the dretches that are in the arena.
Calder, go ahead and roll a Constitution save against the nether gas.
Calder, you need to roll a DC 11 Constitution save.
19.
No problem.
Nice.
What's Kreetha up to?
Kreetha is basically standing up in the stands and pulling out this dagger that is going to obviously turn into a crossbow.
I'm with you, Andoril.
Yes.
And it transforms into a crossbow. Are you trying to hide this transformation, Kreetha, or are you just letting it happen?
I'm not trying to hide it. I'm fucking mad. My
Awesome.
frog. Okay, but
Perfection.
first things first, before I do anything else, I am going to cast a spell. I am going to cast
Hunter's
aid.
Aid.
I'm going to cast
Oh.
aid. Your
How long
spell
does that-
bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit point decreased by 5 for the duration.
So each of you have 5 bonus max HP. This is not temporary HP, so it does stack
Nope.
with sources of temporary HP.
Yep. So
And I think
casting
aid also is that all it does?
Yeah.
All right.
That's all
Duration
it does.
8 hours.
Duration 8
Yeah.
hours. Awesome. So you cast a
Mhm.
spell.
Mm-hmm.
That's your action. You pull out
That's my
Durgadin,
action.
transforms into a crossbow. Do you have a move for me?
Not yet. No, because of where I'm at, it's probably not going to be a thing. I would like to cast. Can I cast Hunter's Mark since it's a bonus action?
I'm
Or
afraid
can I-
not, because 2 spells in one turn, unless one of them is
Yeah.
a cantrip.
Yeah.
I would
That's
like
fair.
each of you, please, including M, to roll me a D10.
Ooh, I get to roll a D10.
I am also rolling a D10.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Xanathar's eyes begin to glow, and just sparkling rays of magic begin strobing out in time to the psychedelic pulse that he has been keeping. The first one is let's see what happens. And it goes and it hits. Okay, so that's 5 rays. He gets 6.
I was gonna say, is he gonna anti-magic the hole in reality?
Good question. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, M, give me a D12. The last ray is going to be targeted randomly.
11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you're safe for this one. That was almost Calder. But
Oh boy.
it's not Calder. Okay, so the first one, let's go ahead and do a save for the Dretch. Fails to save. One of the Dretches gets hit by a ray and falls asleep.
Oh, thank God.
The second
Now,
one.
here's a question.
Go ahead.
Is Xanathar only targeting the ones on the field or also the ones in the crowd?
Both.
Okay.
The second one will fail its save and be paralyzed. 8. The third ray goes off into the crowd, misses a Dretch, hits one of the patrons, and turns him to stone. Straight up statue.
That's not Jarlaxle, right?
Human, you think.
Okay.
The next one is 5.
The next one is 5. Thank you for very much. This one's going to target the Dretch 7 over to the left. Also fails.
Jeez.
Fuck 'em
Oh
up.
my God.
And
Fuck
just
'em up.
so this enervating ray of black necrotic energy hits it right in the center of the chest, and the Dretch doesn't disintegrate but just withers like a plant and like falls to the ground as a husk. So that's
Ray.
Dretch.
And the next
7.
one's 10.
And the next one's 10. Oh, that's the fun one.
What does that mean?
It's very, very good that this wasn't on Calder is what it means.
Oh boy.
Oh, but it does succeed, but it probably doesn't matter because it's still half damage.
That's too many dice.
Oh, that's the disintegrator.
Death Ray, in fact, does not disintegrate, but again, this isn't so much a ray, just like a small black like bolt of energy goes directly into its chest, and the light leaves its eyes, and it just collapses.
Just dies.
Fully
Just
fully
dead
intact,
down.
no wound, collapses to the ground, stone dead, and then disappears,
my.
vanishing back to the abyss from whence it came.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine and normal and okay, right?
And then there's one more. No, I'm gonna take this one. This one is going to be the disintegration ray, and it's going to hit one of the Dretches that's in the stands. So a green disintegration ray hits a
Can I do
Dretch.
this one?
Go ahead.
Okay, so a green disintegration ray hits the Dretch that is coming up on Kretha about 2 seconds before it's about to swipe down on her. Dust, Kretha, you may or may not be inhaling it. I'm sorry, that's just how.
Ew.
You have a thin dusting of Dretch on you now.
Wait, so green is disintegrating. So that trap yesterday that Kretha dodged was disintegration.
Up next, this Dretch is going to run in and take a swipe at Echo.
It's fine.
Absolutely fantastic.
Okay. All right, I got 50 HP now. Thanks.
Even now, Echo is playing to the crowd. Echo's going to go ahead and take 8 points of damage from the Dretch as it sort of grabs onto his back and like claws at the back.
That's fine. That's fine.
Calder will say to Echo, "Echo, get behind me."
Oh, I
And
know
then
what's
Calder goes
coming.
down.
Echo, it's your turn.
It is my turn. I am still hasted. First I'm gonna do my regular action. No, I'm gonna do the hasted action first on Dretch 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing away my spear.
You are poisoned.
Yep.
I am
it's-
poisoned.
The disadvantage is happening. You do hit it though.
Still hits.
I'm thinking like drunken boxing here.
Yeah, just kind of a little off balance. Yeah, gonna go in for it. All right. Regular action. Going to still be hitting this dude. First swing. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, they're not difficult to hit. Absolutely spectacular. Tell me a little bit about your kill.
So comes in first with the butt end of the spear and like just hits it real hard in the gut, so the thing falls forward a little bit, and Echo just spins the spear around and chops its head off.
Beautiful. And then the head rolls to the ground and it vanishes into the ether. What else you got?
The small sulfur.
Turning to Dretch 3, because he's still got one of his regular attacks left, because level 5. Gonna spear at that dude. And that one misses.
That one misses. Even with your +7.
Fuck
On
it.
the upside, you know that its AC is at 11, though, so that's good.
We now know that.
Fuck it, flurry of blows. 4th key point used. First strike in on this dude.
Nice.
And then second strike in on this dude.
Once again, go ahead and describe to me how this goes.
Comes in with that second spear attack and like just hits it like in the shoulder, but it doesn't move it at all. Echo plants his spear in the ground and just elbow and then elbow across the skull to just knock this thing the fuck out.
Nice.
Picks up his spear again and gets behind Calder.
Beautiful. Absolute perfection. Calder, finish this.
Calder's action is like as predicted. He's going to make a slight roll, and now he's going to cast his last level 3 spell slot for an acid ball.
Excellent. You are able to target the 4 without targeting any of the friendlies.
I believe
Or Xanathar. Any of the friendlies or Xanathar.
Or Xanathar.
5 and 8 auto fail because they're incapacitated and asleep.
Cool.
Yes and yes. So give me saves for 2 and 6, please.
All right.
Cool.
2
Utter failure.
and 6.
Another utter failure. Okay, roll some damage, but we all know how this is going to go. Let's see those numbers, though.
Melt.
In fact, I'm going to zoom in again on the table. I want folks to see these numbers as they pop up. Yes, I do want you to roll individually for each one.
All right, cool. That's what I was about to ask.
Look at those D6s. Down. Second one. Down. Third one.
They have 7 hit points. Come on, guys.
Down. Fourth one.
Well, they're also resistant to everything but acid.
Absolutely
fair.
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, give me that description.
Calder's just will tuck and roll, and as the thing that's like kind of deliberately looming over him, he just sort of he'll smile up at it and fire the acid ball between its legs into the middle of that formation. And then as the sphere expands, Calder will stand as the things like skeletonize and collapse.
And with that, Xanathar, once the acid ball sort of fades, Xanathar sends out another volley of rays, which managed to kill or incapacitate all of the dretches that are still in the crowd. And then, yes, he opens that big center eye, and the gap in reality, the tear in reality that the dretches were pouring out of, closes instantaneously.
Echo starts fucking clapping for the Xanathar.
So does everybody else.
Krita immediately is like, targeted, turn back into the dagger, and shoves him back in her skirts.
Wait, we're not gonna. Oh, okay, fine.
No, later, I promise. You do not want to fight. Beholder, I do not want to fight the Beholder.
Before we talk to Xanathar, tell me what you do. Gale, Echo is applauding. What's Calder and Stinky do in the moments after this fight finishes?
Calder will not sheathe his blade. He will stab it into the face of the red wizard out of spite, as he will then and then so he has both hands free, so he can like dust himself off. He'll then. I'm also then enacting as my actual action, if it matters. I'll be using a healing word from the ring on myself and Stinky.
No problem.
I'll spend a spell point to twin it. I think I have 2 left. Yeah,
awesome.
I have 2 left.
Go ahead and roll those healing numbers, if you can.
It's based off of Echo's.
Echo, roll those healing numbers.
Yes.
Heals.
Healing word on Stinky. Healing word on the calendar.
Excellent. And the Xanathar's eyes begin to sort of survey the crowd, and then all sort of turn in your direction. And that big third eye, or that big, not third eye, that big 11th eye, that big center eye, like bears down specifically on Echo and Calder, whereas Stinky and Kreeth are on the other side. And there is a weight behind that gaze. Like you feel like for a moment you're looking into... Yeah,
the fire potion just loses all flavor in my mouth. And...
Yeah, for a moment you feel like you are looking into eternity. And
also the haste drops on both of us, so we feel really tired.
You both kind of stagger a bit. And the Xanathar, without
the benefit of aid goes away.
Without the usual psychedelic display, looks at you and says, "Not only have you defeated your opponent, but you helped defend me and mine. I owe you a small debt, small ones. What would you have of me?" Everyone in the room goes silent.
Calder will turn toward Echo.
Echo steps up equal to, like, next to Calder, while bowing his head and saying, "It has been an extreme honor to fight in your arena. This has been the greatest gladiatorial experience I've ever had in my life. We would ask of you a boon."
All of the eyes are turned towards you specifically now.
We've heard grand tales of your collections, and we were hoping against hope that somewhere in your vast and wonderful hoard, there is an item that could help, that we could use to resurrect someone dear to us.
He looks around at the dead people in the room, and he says, "Such a thing may be possible. Give me a persuasion check and take advantage on it. Let's go ahead and do advantage."
Okay.
You two just kick the shit out of a bunch of stuff. Take that advantage.
For both of us, or just
I'm gonna say if Calder's going to say something, then I will go ahead and give you a roll as well. But I'm gonna need a little bit of verbalization for that.
Calder will bow. Will bow his head. Of course, we have no doubt that that the great Xanathar is only ever as generous to those that please him as he is powerful.
Go ahead and both of you roll that check.
Feeding into that ego.
I was supposed to be
with advantage, so go ahead and roll again.
Oh, it's still a disadvantage because I'm poisoned.
I'm letting that stand because you're right. You're still poisoned for a minute.
I'm going to re-roll that off of my last meta magic point.
Go for it.
Come on.
Because I have that ability for some stupid reason.
Yep, do it.
Do it. Come on.
I'll take the 13. It's the best thing I've rolled.
Like, he said he had a debt to us. I don't think we need to persuade him too much.
Yeah.
Echo just might have, started wheezing in the middle of his speech.
The Xanathar has the ability To grant life as well as take it, let us speak in private further. And he just vanishes. Straight up, not there anymore.
Ring of teleport confirmed. Okay.
Echo just
I-
like both fists up, like just as cheer into the crowd.
Same, yeah.
I'm doing a quick time check. It's coming up on 4 p.m. I think this is probably a good place to end because I know that, Jen, you've got some preparations to make for a guest. I think this is a pretty good place to stop. What do you all think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
this
this is
a
was
good spot.
good. This was good.
Yeah,
I have
it was a hell of a chain of fights.
Gives me time to
Ooh.
shift from fighting mode into seduction mode.
Speaking of switching, let's go ahead and switch into talkback mode.
Up to future us.
Okay, yes. We are going to go ahead and take off because future live us should hopefully, if I did my job properly, be taking over. There may, depending on how I do this, be a small delay where the stream goes down and comes up. Depends on how exactly I set this up. So please stick around. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do a quick self-plug so I don't forget during live time. Twitch, Twitter, Math Demigod, youtube.com/gamingmathematically. Throw those in chat, please. Thank you. And we'll see you in just a moment.